Buenos dias. And good morning. And welcome to First Unitarian Universalist Church of San Antonio. Our weekly worship is where we connect and share information and inspiration. My name is Mary Grace Keltner, she, her, and I've been a member of this congregation or community UU since 1978. My husband and I discovered Unitarian Universalism once when we looked up United Nations in the encyclopedia. Anybody remember encyclopedias? We noticed a short entry right above it for Unitarian, and we read it and we thought, that sounds like us. So we looked to see if there was one in San Antonio, and we called here, and the minister, Rolf Gerhardt, answered the phone himself. So we knew it was the church for us. We came the next Sunday with our little son, and that was back in 1978, and we never looked back. Beginning in 1984, I served the church as RE director, the first one, Tim, to not be a volunteer. I think I made $8,000 that first year. I've participated in many facets of church life since that time. But today, my main connections are through the Social Justice Committee and the Retired Women's Group, and I play mahjong with some of you in the lounge twice a month. Our faith is all-inclusive, and all means all. We strive to enact a universal love that binds us in mutual care and affection. As part of our work for justice, for our planet and all its people, we acknowledge our city, whose river is called Yanaguana, and it is originally the homeland of the Coahuiltecan people who lived here for hundreds of years. The Yanaguana, or Sacred River, runs from the Blue Hole on Incarnate Word campus, where the Payaya Band of Coahuiltecans celebrated the origins of water and life. Then it goes down through Brackenridge Park, where the descendants of those people are trying to protect their trees in that place of worship. It goes past downtown, and a sequoia connects it to the playground at Hemisphere Park, where Oscar Alvarado's beautiful statue of the Blue Panther, part of the creation myth, is kept. And then it goes on down to the estancias and the outposts, the missions, where the Spanish colonial missionaries renamed the river after one of their own heroes and told the people their own European myths. We invite those who are visiting us today to rise so that we can see you and greet you. And up here I can see all of you. That's so neat. If you're interested in becoming a member of this community, please just ask any member or staff. There's a place for you here. We have a membership book that you sign, and we ask you to make an annual contribution to help fund the ministry. If you're new to us or visiting, fill out a yellow visitor's card, please. And that way we can get to know you and follow up with you. In case you're wondering, we saved the last 2 pews for people who might need a last-minute seat. So, wherever you are on your life's journey, we hope you will find a place with us. Now I invite you to greet your neighbors and extend a warm welcome to those who are on this journey with you.
Would you like to see the people?
Good morning and happy Valentine's Day to you all, as well as happy President's Day, which is tomorrow. My name is Xolani Kacela, he, him pronouns. In 1593, William Shakespeare wrote, "My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite." Modern translation: my capacity to give is as endless as the sea, and my love is just as deep. The more love I give to you, the more I have, because both my love and my capacity to give are infinite. That was from Romeo and Juliet, Act 2, Scene 2. In 1595, Shakespeare wrote, "Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds." Modern translation: it isn't true love if it changes just because circumstances change or if your partner changes. And that was from Sonnet 116. Tomorrow is a national holiday, President's Day, and on January 15th, 1783, President George Washington wrote to Bushrod Washington, "Be courageous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. True friendship is a plant of slow growth and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation." Modern translation: true friendship is declared. It is demonstrated over time under pressure. We light our chalice on this Valentine's Sunday in the name of love in all of its forms. May love be our guiding light, highest principle and aspiration, and most abiding value. We also recognize President's Day and the wise men who have led this nation through good times and strife. I invite you now to rise as you are able, in body or spirit, to sing hymn number 34, "Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire."
We are called as Unitarian Universalists to build the beloved community where all are welcome as blessings. Let's recite our covenant that articulates our promises and binds us together. Please read together. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity and fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other. El amor es la doctrina de esta iglesia. Su sacramento es la búsqueda de la verdad y su oración es el servicio. Convivir en paz, buscar sabiduría y libertad, dar a la humanidad nuestro servicio fraternal para que todas las almas crezcan en armonía con la divinidad. Así pactamos el uno con el otro. Y'all are just getting so bilingual.
You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Come, let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Today we gather in quiet strength, each welcome to hold a stone as a symbol of weight carried and weight released. These stones represent burdens, memories, grief, and gratitude. As we place them down, we honor what has shaped us without letting us define us. May this simple act remind us that healing is shared, that resilience is real, and that even the heaviest stones can become foundations for hope and renewal. We invite you now to come forward for our stone ceremony. to drop a stone into the bowl of the water. Today from our community book of life, Connie Reyes writes that she would like calls or visitors at Inspiration Hills and to see Mary for information after church. 2:15:26, I want to honor my mama, Sheila Elizabeth Taylor, who would have lived or been 77 years old yesterday, and we miss and love you. That is from Rebecca Rockymore. And happy Lunar New Year as we enter the year of the Fire Horse on Tuesday. And Tavis McGinn writes, what a joy to celebrate my birthday here at church. The last time it was a Sunday in 2015. My favorite birthday wishes are choosing to do something nice for someone else. So, happy birthday, Tavis. I invite you now for a moment of prayer or meditation. Find your center and find your breath. Spirit of life, we celebrate Valentine's Day, which invites us to remember that love is not a scarce resource, but a sacred rhythm woven into creation. The same love that called light out of darkness calls us toward one another with tenderness, courage, and grace. We begin with love of neighbor. To love our neighbor is to recognize the holy spark in every face we meet. It is choosing patience over irritation, generosity over suspicion, compassion over indifference. In a divided world, neighbor love becomes a quiet revolution, listening deeply, forgiving freely, showing up faithfully. We also honor self-love, not as vanity, but as stewardship. You are a vessel of divine breath. To care for your body, guard your peace, and speak kindly to yourself is to honor the one who formed you. When we rest without guilt and set boundaries without shame, we practice sacred self-respect. And we lift up family, all those bound by blood and those chosen by heart. In shared meals, late night talks, and ordinary routine, love becomes tangible. Today we recognize all expressions from our community book of life and all unspoken and unwritten joys and troubles in our hearts. Held together in grace, may we remember love is the holy work entrusted to us all. Amen and Ashe.
My name is Tim Versteeg. Oh, there it is. Now you can really hear me. My name is Tim Versteeg. It is my great pleasure to be the Director of Lifespan Religious Education here at the church. My pronouns are he, him. And if the young and young at heart, are you ready? Yeah, you ready? Okay. Want to come on up? We're going to read the story today. Hugo was really ready. He was almost at my feet before I started. Nope. And Pepper's back too. Excellent. So what was yesterday? We've already been talking. Valentine's Day. And what is Valentine's Day about? Go.
Appreciating your loved ones.
Appreciating. That's a nice way to say that, Zoe. Yes, go ahead, Pepper.
Love and care.
Love and care. Go ahead. Friendships. All kinds of love, right? Love isn't just one thing. So our story today is called I Am Love. It's a book of compassion. Yes, go ahead. You got one too? What's what?
Leadership.
Leadership is love. Okay, yeah, it can be, right? Because it's an expression of how we care for one another. So we're going to read this story, and it's going to talk about different kinds of love. When I see someone going through a storm, of hurt and unfairness, of anger and sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow dark, and I see there is fear, I ask myself, what can I do to help let the light back in? I put my hands on my heart and listen, and that is where I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. You ever do that for somebody? They just need to talk and you just sit and quietly? Yeah. I can be there. Love is being present. I can hug and hold and say, everything will be all right. Love is comfort. I can speak softly and choose my words and actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all I have and am able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I can know that no one is perfect. Anybody here perfect? Yes. We got one. We got one perfect. Two perfect. Two perfects. All right. Oh, three? Three? Okay, three. You know what? Everybody's perfect in their own way. All right. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something is wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those I've loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, or a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can just be small things. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares and know all creatures are made from the same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in for others and for me, I know now there's something I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and light up the sky together. And that is the end of our story today. So if we'd like to sing our recessional, the kids can go to the playground.
Our first reading is from Kamal Ravikant's Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. I was in a bad way, miserable out of my mind. There were days when I would lie in bed, the drapes closed, day sliding into night and back to day, and I just didn't want to deal with my thoughts, deal with being sick, deal with heartache, deal with my business tanking, deal with life. Here is what saved me. I climbed out of bed, staggered over to my desk, opened my notebook, and wrote, "This day I vow to myself to love myself, to treat myself as someone I love truly and deeply. In my thoughts, in my actions, the choices I make, the experiences I have, each moment that I am conscious, I make the decision, I love myself. And the way I did it, it was the simplest thing I could think of, and one that I knew I was capable of. I started telling myself, I love myself. A thought I would repeat again and again. First, lying in bed for hours repeating to myself, I love myself. 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 Our second reading is from Come Together, The Science and Art of Creating Lasting Sexual Connection by Emily Nagoski. Trying to solve a sex problem from a panic or grief state is how people begin having sex they don't necessarily want or like for the sake of salvaging a relationship. Here's your way out. I see you. I love you. I want to know you. Hello, problem. Hello, struggle. Hello, wound. We begin from observational distance. I see you. When we approach a problem, our first step is to shift into our scenic viewpoint, to see the situation as if we're viewing it from the outside. Then, to care. I love you. This is our turning toward with an urge to care for a problem rather than correct or corral it. And finally, seeking. I want to know you. Moving toward, exploring. Ooh, neat. What's that?
Thank you, Mary Grace. I bet some of you are wondering, is Xolani turning into Dr. Ruth or Dr. Phil? Is this going to be the sexiest sermon you've ever heard? Fear not. But I am talking about how to love yourself like your life depends on it. It's a Valentine's Day sermon, nevertheless. There's a kind of Valentine's Day that arrives each year with its own kind of cruelty. The cards, chocolates, and dinner for two existing in a world which assumes everyone is coupled. It acts as if everyone had someone to receive a heart-shaped box from. That eros and connection are the same thing. For those among us sitting alone, whether by choice or circumstance, temporary or for years, Valentine's Day can feel like a day to remind us of what we don't have. This Sunday, I want to make Valentine's Day something more radical and real. So I'm exploring love in its deepest sense, not romance, the dinner for two kind, but as a basic way of seeing ourselves and life itself. I'll talk about what happens when we choose love as a practice, daily choice, and tenderness in the current moment. Kamal Ravikant, an entrepreneur, found himself lying in bed, unable to move through his depression, failed business, and heartbreak, as you just heard. He landed on something both simple and transformative. He got out of bed and wrote, I vow to myself to love myself, to treat myself as someone I truly love, and deeply in my thoughts, actions, and choices I make in each moment I am conscious. What struck him was not something complicated or hard to remember. It was the simplest thing he could think of. Telling himself, I love myself. And again, hour after hour, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. This is as audacious as it gets, isn't it? In a culture that tells us to improve ourselves, fix ourselves, become worthy of love through accomplishment and appearance, and the right busyness, Ravikant is saying, start with the most basic act of all. Tell yourself that you're loved, not by the right person or when you deserve it, now. I think about who hears this message most in their heart. A single woman who wakes up and goes through her day without being told she's beautiful, valuable, or seen. The widow or widower who remembers what it felt like to be loved by another person and now must learn to love themselves with that same attention. The young woman scrolling through impossible images, internalizing the messages that her body is wrong, saying she's not enough, that she should be ashamed of the very thing that makes her alive. The gay man who learned early in his identity that his identity was dangerous, his body a problem to be hidden. The trans person navigating a world that questions their right to exist and right to be seen and accepted. The LGBTQ person of any description learning to love themselves in a culture that says they're wrong. The mother who hasn't had 5 minutes alone in months, and when she does, she fills it with guilt about what she isn't doing. The single man who is taught that vulnerability is weakness, that his needs don't matter, that he should just push through. For all of us, loving ourselves is not the simple path. We're taught that self-love and self-criticism is the same as responsibility. If we're not doing or being enough, we deserve our own judgment. We become skilled at turning ourselves toward cruelty. But notice something radical in what Ravikant did. He didn't wait until he felt better or until he solved problems or looked different or fixed what was wrong. He took his broken self, the one lying in bed, consumed by anxiety, embarrassed by failure, and treated it as someone he loved, truly and deeply. And he did it with awareness, a decision, not a feeling, a practice, not a destination. There's more to love than romance, and UU spirituality knows this deeply. But there's one kind of love we don't talk about enough, the love between you and yourself, the intimate and erotic love. I'm going to say the word erotic because I know some of you, maybe especially some of you Zoomers, got a little uncomfortable just now. And that's okay, but I want you to stay with me. For those of you joining us for the first time, we are a faith community that prizes questions over doctrine, awareness over sameness, and believes everyone deserves to explore their own path to meaning. Erotic comes from the Greek eros. It need not mean sexual. It is about aliveness, the force of life that moves through our bodies, our capacity to feel, to be in relationship with ourselves and our own vitality. It's about knowing yourself as a person worthy of care, gentleness, and joy. Emily Nagoski offers a framework. Quote, I see you, I love you, I want to know you. words for the parts of ourselves that are struggling, that we've learned to hide. First, I see you. With compassion, seeing ourselves without judgment, just seeing. Then, I love you. The love that says, I care for you. I turn toward you with tenderness. I don't want to fix you. Finally, I want to know you. This is curiosity, the willingness to ask, what do I need? What makes me feel alive? What have I been afraid to admit I want? All of these questions directed to yourself. And I want to address the couples here, to the people with children, jobs, the weight of 1,000 small responsibilities that somehow expand to fill every hour. I know you're exhausted. Some days you feel yourself drowning in the needs of other people. Somewhere along the way, attention to your own well-being, needs, and inner life fell down so far down the to-do list that you're not sure where it is anymore. Life is busy and often overwhelming. We carry the responsibilities caring for the people we love, managing our own struggles, doing the work that keeps our lives moving. And it's so easy to let that busyness become an excuse to neglect ourselves. I would love myself if it weren't that I was so tired. I would love to tend to my own needs if there weren't so much to do. I would pay attention to what I want if I could just manage what's urgent first. And so we wait, and we wait. But I'm going to say something that might sound counterintuitive. Caring for your own well-being is not selfish. It's essential. It's how you remember that you're not just a function or a problem solver, but a whole person with your own right to rest and joy. And from that wholeness, you can give more genuinely to others. There's a hardness that can develop when we're overwhelmed and busy. We stop looking at our own needs except with shame. When we're hardest on ourselves, we're most alone. This makes kind of sense, yet it's the opposite of what we need. Love yourself as your life depends on it, because it does. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot be present with others if you've abandoned yourself. And what does this practice look like? It doesn't have to be elaborate. Ravikant's practice is simple. He repeated a phrase, a decision made repeatedly. It could be something as basic as in the morning, before you reach for your phone, before you think about what's broken or what's wrong, you say to yourself, I love myself. Not because you believe it yet, just because you're saying it, a seed is planted. Maybe you make eye contact with yourself in the mirror and ask, what do I need today? And you listen, not to your obligations, but to what your actual self wants. Maybe it's an extra 20 minutes in the morning when you don't rush. Maybe it's saying no to something you don't want to do. Maybe it's moving your body in a way that feels good. Maybe it's time with someone you love. But sometimes it's the small things, a long bath, a moment of rest, attention to your own well-being. A friend once told me she decided to practice self-love by speaking kindly to herself all day. By 9:15 a.m., she had already said, "Wow, that was thoughtful of you," after loading the dishwasher. By noon, she thanked herself for answering a difficult email with grace and maturity. By 3 p.m., she was considering writing herself a thank you card. But later she admitted something surprising. It felt better than running commentary that she usually gives herself. Apparently, it turns out you can overdo criticism. It's much harder to overdo kindness. And it feels a little awkward at first if you catch yourself wanting to write your own thank you card, but that's okay. Awkward kindness is still kindness. And sometimes it's the first honest step toward believing what we say. For those of us who are alone, maybe it's a different care. The willingness to be gentle with your own body. To know yourself as someone worthy of kindness, not because anyone is watching, but because you are watching and you matter. And for those of us living without a partner, and I'm speaking to you especially because Valentine's Day can feel cruel when you're alone, I want to say this. The person living alone is often made to feel invisible, as if their worth doesn't matter. But that's a lie. Your needs are real. Your right to care for yourself and be present in your own life doesn't depend on whether someone else is in the room. Before I let you go, here's what I want to say. So this Valentine's Day weekend, I'm inviting you to do something unusual. Instead of waiting for someone to show you love, show yourself love, not as self-improvement, not as something you must earn, but as an act of radical honoring. Look at yourself. Say the words, "I see you. I love you. I want to know you." And then spend some time finding out what happens when you follow through on that promise. This is the love that saves us. Not the romantic kind, though if it comes, that's wonderful. But the fundamental kind, the kind that says, you are worthy of care. Not because anyone else thinks so, but because you think so. You are worthy of pleasure. You are worthy of seeing yourself alive. You're worthy of your own tenderness. And here's the paradox that the spiritual traditions have always known. When we love ourselves, we have so much more love to give. I heard that in the song from John Denver and in the comment that Tavis made about giving to others. But the full-bodied love of someone who knows themselves as alive, has chosen themselves, and isn't waiting for anyone else to make them real. That's the love the world needs. That's what togetherness means. It's people who have learned to be kind to themselves, and from that place of wholeness can be kind to one another. Amen and Ashe.
This is our Share the Plate Sunday, and this month's recipient is Family Violence Prevention Services, whose mission is to break the cycle of family violence and to strengthen families by providing the necessary tools for their self-sufficiency through the delivery of emergency shelter, housing, education, effective parenting, legal services, and early intervention with adults, children, youth, the elderly, and with those who choose to abuse. To donate to Family Violence Prevention Services, FVPS, place marked cash envelopes or checks in today's offertory, or donate anytime this month online on our website at uusat.org. Click on the donate button at the top of the page and use the share the plate option. The morning offering will now be given and received.
Thank you, Maya and Jaime. We give thanks for all the gifts that make this a beloved community, especially on this day of love and our national celebration of President's Day. Amen. Our closing hymn is number 1008, When Our Heart is in the Holy Place. I invite you to rise in body and spirit as you're able. thank Mary Grace Keltner for serving with me this morning as our lay reader. Published in 1850, Sonnet 43 by Elizabeth Barry Browning is still the most popular of all love poems. And here are a few lines. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth of height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being and ideal grace, I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall love thee better after death. Friends, keep your heads up and your hearts open. Go in peace and love the world. Amen.